Speaker, all right, everyone, welcome. Today we are going to break down a complete battle plan to absolutely conquer the CUET Chemistry exam. We're going to take that huge mountain of a syllabus and turn it into a clear, manageable, and super effective roadmap to get you that 95 percentile score. So let's just get real for a second. You look at that long list of topics, all the formulas, the countless reactions, and yeah, it can feel totally overwhelming, like an impossible task, right? But what if I told you there's a much smarter way to prepare, not just a harder way? So here's our game plan for today. We'll start by understanding the challenge itself. Then we'll build your strategic blueprint, zero in on those high priority units, map out a full 8-week action plan, and finally, I'm going to reveal an ultimate force multiplier to supercharge all your efforts. Okay, let's dive right in. But first, and this is super, super important, a quick disclaimer. The priority based strategy we're talking about today, it's all designed for smart, efficient prep, especially if you're short on time. But if you do have the time, the absolute gold standard is and always will be to cover the entire syllabus for that deep, comprehensive understanding. Got it. Good. First things first, we've got to understand the battlefield. The CUET chemistry exam, well, the game has changed. This isn't some old school test where you can just cram definitions and hope for the best. No, it's all about how well you understand the concepts and, more importantly, how you apply what you know. And what's really telling is the structure of the exam itself. Just look at this breakdown. Yeah, sure. Standalone mix are about half the paper, but a massive chunk is all about comprehension and matching questions. So, what does that tell you? It screams that sweat is testing your ability to connect the dots, not just recall random facts. So, with that exam pattern in mind, it's time to build our strategic blueprint. Look, instead of trying to boil the entire ocean, we're going to focus our energy on the spots that will actually generate the most steam. It is all about working smarter, not just harder. And this chart right here, this is the core of our strategy. Just remember the 60-35-15 rule. You're going to pour a whopping 60% of your study time into the high priority units. That's where you get the biggest bang for your buck. Then 35% goes to the medium priority topics to really secure your rank and a focus. 15% is for a quick tactical strike on the low priority areas. Alright, let's move on to our high value targets. This is how we start building that massive score. These are the units that year after year carry the most weight. Mastering these isn't just a good idea, it's literally the foundation of a top tier score. First up, our main target unit 7 alcohols, phenols, and ethers. This one's a heavyweight. You have to. And I mean, have to master the Williamson synthesis, really get the dehydration mechanisms like Zaitsev's rule, and be able to rank phenols by acidic strength like it's second nature. These specific topics are absolutely non negotiable. Next, on our hit list, the D block elements. You know, the examiners just love to test the exceptions. So you better know exactly why chromium and copper have those unique electronic configurations. You also need to focus on explaining the trends, color, magnetic moments, and that famous lanthanoid contraction. And of course, the reactions of MnO4 and K27 are always a favorite. Okay, so once our high priority units are completely locked down, it's time to secure our rank. We do that by strategically covering the medium and low priority areas. You know, this is what separates a pretty good score from a truly great one. It's about building that depth and making sure you don't leave any easy marks on the table. Now, the crucial thing here is to tackle these 7 medium priority units with a sharp focus on their most tested concepts. So, for solutions, you've got to nail the Van Hoff factor. In electrochemistry, it's all about cell EMF calculations for aldehydes and ketones. You need to know your named reactions and distinguishing tests inside and out for every single one of these. We're not trying to learn it all. We're just mastering the high yield topics you see right here. And for our single low priority unit, haloalkanes and haloarenes, the strategy is all about a quick, targeted strike. Don't spend weeks on this. You go in, you focus intensely on understanding the difference between SN1 and SN2 mechanisms, stereochemistry included, and you memorize the outcomes of a few key named reactions. That's it. We're talking maximum results for minimum time. So now that we know what to study, let's talk about how to schedule it. I mean, a plan is totally useless without a timeline, right? So here it is, a detailed week by week action plan to take you from day one all the way to exam day. Feeling confident and prepared, this timeline breaks your whole prep down into manageable chunks. We kick things off with foundation building in the first 2 weeks. Think numericals and organic basics. Then we move into mastering those core concepts. After that, it's all about application and integration. And those last 2 weeks, they're dedicated to hunting down your weak spots and building unshakable confidence with mocks and final reviews. Now, to make this plan actually stick, you have to adopt the right habits. Always learn reactions with their mechanisms. Keep an error log. Seriously, it's the most powerful tool for improvement you have. And please don't just memorize stuff. CUET will find you out. Also, avoid that classic rookie mistake of trying to answer all 50 questions with negative marking. Accuracy is way more important than quantity. And this slide right here, you might want to take a screenshot. This is basically your cheat sheet for a top percentile score. Master your insert line by line. Build visual tools like a reaction map for organic chemistry. Practice those comprehension passages by reading the questions first in every single week. Simulate exam conditions. These are the things that separate the top performers from everyone else. So at this point, you have a complete expert level strategy. You know what to study, when to study it, and how to practice. The only question left is how do you execute this whole plan perfectly, efficiently, and without any guesswork? Well, this is where we introduce a pretty revolutionary way to implement everything we've just talked about. Think of it less as a replacement for your hard work and more like a high tech toolkit designed to make every single minute of your study time count. And that's speed. Totally. 100% clear about this. Your own study, your books, your notes. That's the foundation. That is enough. This platform is not a replacement for your effort. It's a force multiplier. It takes the hard work you're already putting in and just makes it smarter, faster, and way more effective. Just imagine this for a second. You finish studying a topic, the Gap Fixer module instantly diagnoses your exact weaknesses. And what if you have a doubt at 2 in the morning? No problem, Tony. Your 24 over 7 AI buddy is right there to instantly clarify the concept. No more waiting for a teacher. No more unanswered questions. It's just stress free, on demand learning. Then the platform helps you build those crucial exam skills. Pace gives you timed practice sessions to find that perfect sweet spot between speed and accuracy. Because remember, speed without accuracy is reckless. Then you step into the exam room where you can take AI simulated mock tests and practice with old questions, getting you ready for the real pressure of the exam hall. And every single step of the way, you get these detailed, data driven analytics. You can see exactly which topics need more work. We are already a rock star and how your performance is trending over time. This isn't just about practicing, it's about practicing with intelligence. And finally, your Q prep probably doesn't end with just chemistry. We've got similar strategic guides for a whole range of other subjects: English, general aptitude, business studies, economics, history, math, physics, political science, you name it. So be sure to check those out to build a really comprehensive prep strategy. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now go and execute your plan.